Hello my friends, Dario back with another race. This is the Golden Era Championship. This CBR server. We are in 1931 now. This is the Grand Prix de l'Automobile Club de France Championship. We are at Montlhery. I hope I'm saying that right. And we're about ready to start. It's at 3 hours, as you can see here. This race is not measured by laps. This is by time, and I guess it was like that in 1931. So once we have the go, we start racing. We have 3 hours for the winner, and see how many laps. So by the time the lap times, I thought that we were gonna do around 34 laps. However, there's been a change right now, like a few hours before the race, and now there's no grip at all. Everybody's complaining. I can't do the banking, so I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know what to change. I tried with the brake bias, etc., but it's just there's no grip. So, well, this is the car I'm driving with a Delage 1927. It's a second-hand one because you know this the Golden Era Championship. We have economy system. So you started when you start, you have 45,000 credits. You buy the car. I did buy a milk car to begin with, and then I've raced with a Talbot also, and today I'm gonna race with this. However, I don't know how I'm gonna do 3 hours. You can see here the mist that we have is so foggy. You can't see a damn thing, and there's no grip on the tarmac. We did. I mean, we had like one month to test from waiting time. Okay, from December that we raced at Monaco. You remember? If you haven't watched the video is in the channel. You can check it out. The link to the server, the Discord, if you want to check and join us, you are more than welcome. We have 21 drivers, I think, today. 21, I think. 22, maybe. Anyway, because this is the TV car for the replays. The thing is that with this change at the last moment, it's gonna be very hard. I'm going into the Discord now. You won't be able to see that. I don't think they're gonna change anything, and I don't know if we are gonna. Well, me particularly, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this. I can't do one lap. Yeah, I was. There's a banking back there, and I was crashing all the time. I used to go on 4th gear and reaching 200 kilometers per hour, shifting to 5th. That the Delage here has a 5-gear gearbox, and now I can't do it anymore. I think I can't go over 170 or so. I lose the rears. I spin, and I tried changing the brake bias, making a little more 55, but I don't know. I'm gonna leave it as it is, and I'm just gonna have to go slower. Yeah, this is gonna be really something. Okay, I'm going with full tank. My testing was with the full tank as well, so that shouldn't have changed anything. From previous, from my testing to from now that we were testing right before the race. So I don't really know. People are mentioning, yeah, let's survive. So this is it. We go with what we have. I'm gonna go like a grandpa. As always, the challenge here is to finish and don't hit anything, because if you touch anything, you get a penalty. You have to do repairs, and crashes over 50 kilometers per hour, you need to pay 5,000 credits. Over 100, like double, 10,000 credits, and it goes up like that. If you finish the race, you get a prize money of 20,000 credits. So the objective here is to finish and try not to spend too much money repairing the car. So we can buy better cars later. Let's see how this goes. I have zero confidence in the car right now, so I don't know how this is gonna go. We have 3 minutes to start. But this is very... someone had the problem with the CSP. If you play Assetto Corsa, you know what I'm talking about. The CSP it was changed, so they could use everybody use a preview version, a 0.2 instead of the 0.3. They are both enabled, but I don't know, something changed and there's no grip on the track. A drink of water. Hopefully I won't be able to drink in 3 hours. But when I go to pits to change tires or something, hopefully not to repair, but I want to have to go very slow, really. And even going slow, I lose the car, so... damn, pardon my French. But I'm not very happy at all with this situation. Wow. They're saying that the cars on the right side are facing a wall. Yeah, because at the end of this straight, the position on the grid is set by a ballot, so it has nothing to do with the times or testing or anything. I wasn't very fast anyway, but I always do my testing with full fuel tank and you know, trying to test the tires, see how long they last and all that. And I was hoping to change... did I start the engine? I have to do it, otherwise I go to... oh yes, I did. It teleports you to pits and you have to start from the pits, which I don't know if it's gonna be better. At least we have no fog right now, but the fog will settle at the end. There's a ton of new cars. There's some Bugattis, T54, T51, T51/1. There's a lot of cars, new cars for 1931. I did mention this in other videos before, but just if you didn't watch any previous race. So we're in 1931 now. You can use 1931 or older cars, and as we progress through the years, you can use newer. And that's why you need the credits to be able to purchase them, right? Okay, less than a minute now. As always, most probably, I'm just gonna be last after the first few turns. I'm just gonna try to survive and test the... maybe now when we change the session, maybe it did change the grip or something. Hopefully, because it was very, very hard, very slippery. Especially at this banking there at the back, that we were all going so fast, and now, at least myself, I can't take any speed here. Here we go. See you on the other side, guys. Narrows a lot on this part. It's a very tricky turn here. After this hill down, there's a yellow flag already. I have zero confidence in this car. That is fine. was expecting more chaos there, but I guess everybody's taking it very easy. The brakes, you can see on the bottom left, you can see that I have my... I race with keyboard, sorry, I didn't mention. I didn't watch before. I race with keyboard, so... But that graph shows when I brake, when I accelerate, etc. Oh. Zero confidence taking turns. There's another yellow here. The engine doesn't get very hot. It's all fine. But I'm very concerned about the banking. Hopefully I don't spin. I'm Spanish. English is not my mother tongue. This is a very tricky chicane, you could say, more or less. No confidence at all. It's gonna be a nightmare, 3 hours of this. Yeah, I used to go at full... I'm not even gonna shift to 5th. I'm afraid of losing the rear if I go too fast. Here in the practice session, I just spun in here. I'm gonna take it very easily. Yeah, I think those skid marks were mine. Now let's see here if I can do the bloody... More than 170 kilometers per hour, I lose the car, so I'm gonna try. The yellow here is because of the it's 1 minute slower than I used to do on my fastest lap. Here is very easy to spin as well. Is not going up, so I can go with this fuel mixture. I hope the big boat is coming up when we pass the finish line. I don't remember what position I was. The brakes are very bad in this car. Hopefully they last the whole race. The Bugattis might have some issues with the brake fade. However, the advantage that the Bugatti has is that they can they change tires and they change the brakes. Because the brakes are together. The Bugatti did this. Was an advantage compared with the cars. I'm not sure if I've I don't know, it might be that there's more grip than before. During this session, when we changed the session, my worry is the banking, really, because I lose. I'm going like 30 kilometers per hour slower than before. Alex is racing with a Sunbeam, a very old car, actually from 1925. I don't know, it feels like more grippier than before. so risky. Try to go faster at the bumping. Look at that. Just losing the race there. Much slower than I was doing. Still half a minute slower than I was doing before. So they are in 16th. Tires won't have issues with temperatures. Try not to do changes the same day of the race. You are testing for, at least myself, I do test long before. And then the car doesn't behave the same way on the same day. This is very unnerving. feels like I have a little more grip than before. Let's see how this goes. Let's try go a little faster at the banking. Don't go breaking my engine. I have so little confidence, so scared to go faster because if I lose the rear brake, I can, that's it, 170 I think it was already before. Now it seems better. Perfectly so. Still says speed 15, 20, 16. No, don't touch the... No. I think it's better now. Look at the temperatures. Of the engine, sorry, of the tires. Okay, I have. Yeah. Yellow. Maybe they touched. Oh, and the fridge. They went for a spin. Is very long and it takes so long to do a lap. I don't know what times the leaders are doing. As you see, I don't put much stuff in my fat to simulate how it was even back then. These guys, they raced, they really know what's going on until the end. Oh, I have fuel for 19 laps. I don't think the tires are gonna last that long. Let's see. The tires hit tire wear 20 is when you should change them. see how much time is left. The Delage is much faster in top speed, but I don't want to risk any touching or anything. It's a very long race, so it's taking easy. If I could go full throttle at the banking, I had a big advantage over these small Bugattis, but I have no confidence right now. I don't know if I'm going to lose the rears and I'm going to end of the race, you know? My car is faster than that Bugatti for sure. But on the straights, it's really to pass me back. I'm just not comfortable driving the car right now. There's always something. Every race. Monaco was awesome though. I loved my race. I finished in 7th. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I have no confidence in the rears. It was much better before today, in the practice. Closing off here, and this is straight, I could I could pass him, but I'm a little far away. A little too far, I think. Let's see. This guy, he's not gonna let me pass for free. That's why I have no confidence in the car. Maybe it was me. It's early, the yellow for the pits, right? What is a high? Shift down the gears to says I'm 14, so we did pick up some position. The tires are so hot that it starts getting slippery. Let's see if I can catch up to the fridge. Little by little. Give us a reference point. It's not very far ahead, it's right there. I didn't lose much time. And there's a lot of race left. 1.5 hours. tires are at 4. How many laps did we do? Like 30 laps. So maybe it's gonna be very close, the fuel to the tires. So I might have to just fill the tank. Well, honestly, I have to say, I don't know who this is. Oh, it's the fridge. Honestly, I have to say, it feels better than it was during the practice right before the race, right now. But it's still much more slippery than it was during the whole month of testing in the circuit. So we just have to adapt. It's only to pull from here. The car is much faster than the Ducati. I'm probably the last of the Delages. But if I finish, everything is good. At least that speed, even I touch the rear of the car against the wall, that was less than 50 kilometers per hour, so it shouldn't have a repair cost. Hopefully. This kind of limit you don't know. Why? So I'm getting mad, really. This wasn't like this. We're trading the position. And now have someone coming behind me. That's not fun at all. Will be the fridge again. We're gonna be trading. See, yes, he destroyed the car. He's gonna have to go to pits. So I win his place, but this guy behind me is gonna pass me. Coming very fast. I have repairs from that crash series, that spin. Can I go a little faster here? I'm gonna shift to 5th early. See how this goes. Now I'm not going very fast. I was doing this at 200, shifting to 5th in this banking, but I don't have the confidence that I can do that now. 6 minutes for 2 minutes. car is probably more agile here in this area. I have the speed and acceleration, but zero confidence in the car. It's so... Oi! It's a pity because it just takes all the fun out. You practice with the car and then it behaves completely different. It's a pain. Tires are at 6 now. Here's where I spun before. Skid marks in there. Try to go full throttle here. was going to the pits. I got a spin, right? This year. Like more than half a lap behind the leading group. Then the strategy also, how much fuel are they taking? At the end of the race, I mentioned that the fog could come in, so it could be like we saw just when I'm tuning. And that was really dangerous. It was very hard to see anything on the road. And unless someone had an issue and is, you have a yellow, you just don't know there's a car in there. Awesome. At least I'm not touching stuff when I spin, but I'm a little pissed off with this, really. I'm not quite happy how it's going to be. Use the sound on the camera. I can keep it clean, it's not gonna catch me. But it is easier said than done. But I really want to get the 20,000 for this race. I don't really care about the points, the position. Last race in Monaco, I really pushed a lot to finish from 8th to 7th. In the end I managed because Pusella, who was ahead of me, had some issue and passed him like 2 laps before the end or something like that, very close to the end. But you know how many points that gave me? 1 point. And I could have hit something and crash or whatever and lose a ton of money. So I did finish, so I got 20,000 credits, but then I had to pay 10,000 in repairs. So I only won 10,000 net. I did race with an old car, with the Amiga, so that was fine. But I would like to get the 20,000 here, all of it if possible. I will sell this Delage when I finish the race. And my idea is to buy, because the next race, guys, is Indianapolis, 1932 Indianapolis, and there are going to be 2 cars that unfortunately I haven't tested them. Is under development. The Studebaker and the what's it called? Studebaker and the John Miller Special or no, that's the tobacco. Well, I don't remember. One is 40,000, the other one is 60,000, and I would like to test them both and have enough money to buy them and still have a spare, like I like to have a ton of spare for repairs, and because the cars are going to start getting expensive as well soon. We are getting way down into the 30s, The Mercedes and the auto unions and all that are gonna start popping up. Those are not gonna be cheap, for sure. And I want to be able to buy them to test them and, you know, and to have a good chance for good results as well. So what is this? This is a Delage, I think, right? Oh, I think I mix my engine now, I see 0.3%. Uy. Ya. I'm gonna go there, he's going down. We're going to the pits. Or 6, so it wasn't a very good. We didn't have another spin every lap. 5:57, fastest lap. Very good. I did a 5:39 before, with full fuel tank, etc. I'm gonna get lapped in the end. Tires are good. Not pushing so much, at least I'm gonna avoid tire problems, hopefully. Oh, here comes the leader. Yeah. I'm getting lapped right now. How many laps am I? What is that? The second is there as well. 8 laps. These are Bugattis, I think. Yeah. Come on, look me. There's 3 guys fighting for the lead. This is so cool. I don't know if any of these guys actually stream or record make videos of the races. These are the top guys. And Peltonen also, I think. He will pass us soon. Oh, yeah. He's going to fourth. For 2 hours. It took them 1 hour to pass me. Close the radiator more to get even less drag and more full speed, but if I can go at the banking at full speed, it makes no sense. Yeah, those are the Bugattis. It's only a 3-gear gearbox, but you can see it just shoots like a cannon. Because this one, the Delage, actually is still pretty good. You could see, compared with the slower Bugattis, much faster. That one is shoots like a rocket. Oh, I think the fog is starting to show up. Oh, a yellow there for a moment. Right. The fog is starting to show. Disappear. Wait. I still have 14 laps of fuel. Finish in the top 10, I would be so happy. But finish, what I want is to finish. This car, I don't know, it feels like I'm going on ice. to try to explain the grip that I have. If I go to normal fuel mixture, I can do more laps, but I don't know if it's gonna... How many laps? 9, there's probably 10. It doesn't count the first one. 10 laps and the tires are 8. 20 laps and that. 16, so I still have 20 laps. I still have 10 laps of fuel, but I think I'm just gonna keep going. As long as the temperature is fine, which it is, it's hurting really. This is not, but it's not really pissing off. Worries me, I should say. This fog is getting dense. This is where the map that I have there on the left becomes very handy, because it will show me if there's someone ahead or not. But the 3 leaders, I can see them there. They are ahead, not very far away. But whoever is in front of me is way ahead of me. Doesn't show on the map, the mini-map. No. I'm good again. There's a column. It's the car left. could be quite scary. Keyboard, there's a lot of tapping, as you can imagine. You can see the steering wheel constantly completely to the grass. I'm constantly tapping to correct the steering wheel. Settles the car. Very cool. The job that we have done with this mods, the cars and the tracks and that is pretty awesome. Here I can see, okay, this little house here on the right, that's my shifting point. Here I go to second, first. Take it a little bit easy. Here, go to second, and then there's a marking there on the right, you can see there, I think it's 100 meters, say. Go to first, okay. I'm going so slow, yeah, but I already spun before, so I won't do it again. These patch there on the road, like the brown patch, that is where I was shifting from 4th to 5th at 200 km per hour. There's a car ahead, maybe it's coming out of the pits. Yeah, be careful. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's Lily. She's driving the American because it's the only one that she could afford. I don't remember, I think she bought a Mercedes for the first race she did, and she had some repairs to do, etc. And then ran out of funds. She had no money, so this is the only one that she could afford. And now she's almost bankrupt, so probably taking it very, very easy. Oi, 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 oi. Come on. This road mark on the left, second to first. This time was better. Here this house, I sit down to first, looking. Wow, this is getting nasty. We still have 2 hours and it's already like this. I was expecting this at the end of the race. There's a patch here, a road. There it is. I start braking here all the way to this veranda or something there on the right. those are the markings that I'm using in the track. Now after this tree, I go to second, this house, I go to first. I'm trying not to spin here again. The tires are at 9. After 10, tire wear, it starts getting slippery. And it is already slippery. It's gonna get more and more difficult as we progress. I want to see what's the difference with the car ahead. I think it's a lot. So, unless they have any issues or we have a different strategy with fuel, etc., I don't think I'm gonna catch anybody else. I have to worry about not crashing and people catching me behind me instead. First through this, second. No, why? So annoying. The lack of grip. I mean, if it was like this when we started practicing, Kusela. Oh, Kusela is out. It's so hard to see the road. My goodness, where's my safety point? There's the house. Henry is behind. Please nobody coming out of the pits. I think I'm gonna go down to normal fuel mix because I'm not gonna be pushing with this visibility. I can see the bloody road. Down to normal. And let's fuel to fill up the tank. This can catch a lot of people off guard. is Haley. I've got an issue too. The fifth is coming. Oh, and... oh, Lily. What happened to Lily? Get out of the way. Lost a position there, but Nicola was faster anyway, so really hard to break and see. Someone else is coming, Jorge Ross is 6th. My goodness, this is really unnerving. So cool at the same time. There is the road, there is the veranda. I can keep close to him and he shows me the road too. Yellow. Okay, he went a little far behind me. A spin. Please don't mix me up in your fight. A gincana. So cool and so scary at the same time. And if he crashes in front of me now, or there's someone out, yeah, I can't see. I don't know where is the road. Where are you in the house? There it is. Oh shit. Someone coming behind to take my place too. 211 says 627. Please, Daniel, don't have a problem in front. Because I won't be able to see you. Wait, how am I breaking point? Right? The breaking point or breaking the car point, almost. I don't think it was my fault, right? I was giving him room to pass. So if I'm 11th and the 10th is right there, I'm gonna get lapped by everyone. Oh no, I'm 9th. Okay, so that guy is the 10th is to pass me. Wow, he crashed behind me. A big crash behind. A lot of people. It's a little cool. Oh, Daniel. My goodness. I don't see anybody ahead now. 1 hour 42 left of this. My goodness. Where's the road sign? There it is. There's another one. There it is. Second. Great. On span again. My goodness. Just have no grip at all. Moisture in the tarmac because of the fog. Is gonna pass me for sure. This is very difficult here. I don't know where the road goes. And this is the house. I see that there's a tower there that the entrance. Here I used to sit down to 4th. Where is the house? House on the right. There it is. There. That one here. Right? car he's driving. Maybe it's one of the slower Ducatis. Where is the entrance? Here. To follow up a little. Yeah, there it is. There's nobody coming out of the pit. There's someone ahead. Maybe someone came out of the pit. No. Before the modified, this is the only thing that is better than before. No. The gravel in there, you touch it, once you touch it, you will spin. Well, that is better now. But everything else... Well, very interesting. Tires are at 11. I still have fuel for 11. So I might run out of fuel before the tires are ready to change, but I want to change them anyway. I don't know how many laps we're gonna do. I've been lapped once by the leader, automatically. It is a Mercedes. I think Paul Rosen has a Mercedes. I'm gonna lap him. He's 17th. Must have some issues. Yellow, but it's not clean. It's ahead in the mini-map. This is good to know when the leaders are coming and all that, or when you have a car close. But in reality, it's a little bit of cheating, because in real life, oh my god, it's probably changing a tire. No, thank you. Right, I'm just getting numb. I'm pressing the keys like with all my might to brake and I need a pit stop. Is driving is very interesting. It's the SSKL, and this one, the 1931 model, has a supercharger that gives a ton of power, but it hits the engine a lot and all that. Really very cool. But I can drive those Mercedes, the SSK, none of them. For some reason, the clutch has a very short how do you say, travel, no? I don't know how to explain. And with a pedal maybe you can get used to that, but with the keyboard there's no way. I was damaging the engine all the time. Here's the house. When you see the house, the road starts turning, and there is the tower. This one. Okay. Now where is the house? There. Slow down. Very slow. Very slow, but we are in one piece. For now. That's what happened in one. I don't know if it was here or the car just wouldn't turn. The guy racing fifth is coming behind, so I think he was changing a tire. This is so scary. Someone disconnected. I need to go up. Looking at the message. Come on. Please, nobody come out of the pits. I always say it. 17. No. I don't see anybody ahead of me. There's the tower. Here is this guy to pass me. Coming very fast. Yotila. My mouth is dry. I'm so thirsty. Sliding that is spinning. Okay, this is we're in 8th. San Nicola is behind me again, let me put on the pit. He will catch me there. Where is the this? So the barriers. Again? This is the same guy? Guatila, right? It is a deja vu of the Matrix or something. Didn't he just pass me? And he stopped in the same place to change another tire? My goodness. There's a car ahead of me. I don't know if it will be all Rosen. Oh, maybe he catch up to him and he just smacked him or something. Could be. I I see cars that are catching me. The leaders probably are gonna pass me again. Where is the road sign? There. Where is the next one? Second. I'm gonna break more this time. Is this the Bentley of Alien? This is the biggest car on the grid. It's going to be tricky to pass. That car is fast in the straight line. Where is the house? Where is the house? Fuel for 9 laps now. And tires are at 12. I don't know if I'm gonna fill up the tank though. This guy ahead, we have gone to the pits. Come on, no, I can see the road. No, it bends. Now we are started. Whoever is that ahead is going fast. That's good. We already passed the halfway. 1.5 hours. How many laps? I did 15. So I don't think I'm gonna need to fill up the tank. Now, how much should I add? Maybe up to 120. The tank is 100, the full tank, 150 liters. And there's Nicola again. Yeah, he's gonna pass me and take my 8th position for now. It's fine. It's only 1 point different in the championship here. attack. He went even further than me. Already passed me a few times. So, oh, there's a column in the middle of the road. Okay, where is the house? The house. Yellow, why yellow? Oh, there's a get together at the curve here. Someone spun or plus? Where are you? Rogarowski in fourth. My goodness. Delage. The fuel. Cars in the bumping. Always, please, nobody come out of the pits. Top 10 will be awesome. Come on, hold the road. This guy must have a couple of issues. He's 16th. I have some laps ahead. Oh, Crosset, look at that. He's in 8th. And still 1 hour 20. It's like, another yellow. the side road like this. We drift all the way to the barriers. That wouldn't happen. It's really slippery now. Maybe because the pressure is low. The temperature is good, but the pressure is low. Because I'm going very slow. Seven laps here. That's our way ahead. We go completely blind here. We just sign, third, next one, second, break. Set still there. I'm soaking, right down the crust. Still yellow. Assetto is the organizer of this. I feel so bad when he has these issues because he puts a lot of work to make this happen for us. Probably changing a tire. Seven more laps of fuel, I want to keep going. Please nobody come out of the pit at this moment. Thank you. Go so much faster here because I just don't have any confidence. Yellow. So on this side of the road, maybe it's crossed and it's still there. I think it is. They did move some. Ah, he wasn't. Well, we will trade positions again. Proceed started moving. Please not out the brakes. This hairpin really is so hard. It seems like very simple and it's so hard to do. Well, oh my goodness, my mouth is so dry. Break. Don't hit anything. Side road, do this, wait until we go back here. Yeah. It's getting very slippery with the little grip that the tires had. It's almost gone. He's I'm 7th. What the? He's in 6th. He's on the same lap. Like a minute ahead. He's much faster than me. I think I'm gonna get lucky soon. Again. Yellow. Yeah, this turn also, because I'm so scared of losing the rear. So lucky, love, getting enough, save my bacon. Oh, there's Daniel. What? He has no tires. All of them. This is a gymkhana, really. This is survival at the maximum expression. Come on, bloody car doesn't want to do. Oh, here comes the leader. I did say it, so yeah, 1 hour. It was after 1 hour they left me, and after 2 hours they left me again. 6 more laps of fuel. The tires are 14, so I can keep going. because you eat it with potatoes too. There's no chance to avoid coming at this speed. Get out of the way. Well, he's leading with a... Oh, no. No. Okay, that would have been probably a race end with the surface ini file that we had before. Oof, that's two scary things in a very short time. The second and third were right behind his tail. And now he has a good lead. There's one thing to take into consideration now. At 30 liters or so, there's one of the things changed the physics in the modes, in the cars. But with low fuel, it would simulate like because these cars back then, you know, the fuel intake was by gravity. At the bunky, that you go very, you know. Very high angle. Yellow. It's not yellow, it's next. There's a very high angle. You could have lack of fuel. And you mentioned that like 30 liters or something like that. So very soon actually, we are 35 liters. If we experience that, I would beat on the fuel. Let's see how it goes. Pelton, he has a Bugatti. He's in second. I'm in fifth, what? But when I beat, I will lose again. Probably all the other people already. I wish I could put up the pressure in the wheels. Where is the here, wait, second. Go. Slow. But I'm in one piece. Not on wood. The tires are at 15. Well, I think I'm gonna fill it up to, well, not fill it up, but I'm gonna go to 100 liters. That's it. It will take a little longer to refuel. Fueling is not that much of an issue. I'm using the rear nowadays. It's getting very slippery. I wonder if I should just put now. hour left. I think I should quit now. I mean, I've done 2 hours with one fuel tank. I don't even think I need 100 liters, but and the tires are 15, so my tires are not gonna get. I mean, 1 hour is more than enough. I think I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna change tires. Yes. Oh, someone has issues here. Oh, Nicola. Oh, it doesn't say I'm in the pits. Now I'm in the pits. Okay. So we're gonna go 60-90. Yeah, 70 liters and change. Yeah, fix everything. Go. Oh, and I can massage my arm, my right arm. I wish I could go for a piece. I'm gonna drink some water. All right. See, they don't do everything at the same time. So it's refuel and then it's how do you call? It's the tires. The fixing, I think they do at the same time as the tires. Ah, so tired. 1 hour. So where am I? I'm in 7th now. Maybe others have to pit as well. Yeah, I didn't want to risk it because at 15 the tires were very, very slippery. Nicola, I have a lap on him. He's faster, but I don't know if he would be able to. Well, it depends how long this takes. I have maybe another 20 seconds. I have to. Oh, I can do it now. I thought I had to wait. Someone stopped as well. Come on, guys. So I have 17 laps of fuel. How many laps did I do? 19 in 2 hours. So yeah, I could even go to push fuel mixture if needed and be fine. Nobody coming on the banking, that's good. I don't spoil anybody's. Around 30 liters, so in reality it's like I have 70. Thank goodness, that was a terrible break. Here comes the 15th. Where am I? Here. Look at it. Need to get into a rhythm. Όχι, μέσα το λόνι. If you have a wheel, you can pre-select the pit stop and things, but playing with keyboard as I am, you cannot. You have to do it manually, and yeah, you lose more time. And also, I don't know if with if you are racing with the wheel, if you can select the pressures, the tire pressures. But as far as I know, I cannot do it in that menu. I didn't look, I never really done it, so I don't think you can. I shouldn't have to pit now until on the way to the end. Disconnecte es a Nicola. We've been trading positions in the whole race. Well, a lot of attrition always is like this. These races are so tough, and it's what is so cool about it too, no? Time to finish. So far I have finished all the races, and knock on wood, keep my straight. It is getting thicker and thicker the fog. Two and a half minutes in the pits. I don't have confidence details here to go that fast. Oh, look at that. That's why I'm not confident. Thicker, the grease fog, really. There's a Colonial he had a Bugatti, I think T54 or T51. Guys that maybe they have already fixed their problems and they're gonna catch me. They fix their problems and change tires and all that, so they probably won't have to repeat again. See if we can, well, finish. That's the main objective. See if we can proceed this out. See if we can finish in the top 10. I'm going a little too hot. The running is already got 2 positions in this lap. He was 15th. The fog is lifting, it seems, or at least there's more sun. Here's the house. I say this, but as we say in Spanish, until the tail, everything is boring. There's more sunshine for sure. I don't know if the fog is gonna lift. which I don't know if it's gonna be better for me or worse. Maybe worse because the guys behind are very fast and without any handicaps. Position, I need to be faster. Constant darling, nice. What happened to Daniel? Again, have no issues. Or had to hit the fuel in a second. Anyway, let's keep focus ahead. I think the fog is starting to clear. Brakes are wearing out. Really. And we still have 43 minutes. Your brakes weren't so bad that they started in third. Okay. Which means that I have to start braking earlier. I think should have this very well. Here comes the first. I think it's the leader. Well, that's very fast. It took 1 hour last time. Maybe because I put it. Well, I was doing 200 here when I was testing. 230 on this straight. That's my fastest lap. I don't like this position to get that. Machine, so fast. Yes, we're going on now. No. Well, if I'm having issues with the brakes, maybe the Bugatti is also. I think I'm gonna gain any more positions. I'm just worried about keeping myself. 7th is the best result that I ever had here at the CBR, and that was in Monaco last race. Would be nice to repeat. Rest is now, baby. 38 minutes, come on! choose the strategy that you cannot change it in the car during the race. So you have to do it before. You can leave the brake ducts close, or more close, or open, so you get more air in the disc to get some refrigeration and all that. And so there's 3 positions. 0 is the most open, and 3 is the closest. And I selected 2, so it's very close. It has gives you more top speed, which I couldn't use the whole race because of the grip and all that. So I don't know, maybe it would have been better to leave it open. But if it's too cold though, they also get are not very efficient. So I don't know. And the most that I training, the most that I did in one run was 13 laps. I think I'm 20 laps now. Still the fuel and push. No. 22 laps. Who's behind in the fridge? The same lap. This is behind me, I think. We're gonna risk it and get more throttle here on the bunker. This is how I was more or less doing my testing, this speed. And now we can see if someone is coming out from the pits. That's my best. Did his best lap and he's coming for me. Is this Lily? I thought she disconnected. Yeah, she is. Maybe she got a disconnect with the internet or something. My phone is really bad. Oh no!
We have lost already. Go easy on the throttle.
That one's so bad with me. My 7th position for sure. I don't want to stop because We should get out of the flipping way. Well, you don't have to do it. When you are passing, you have to be careful. Anyway, I need to change the tires. Let me go to normal, so I don't use much fuel. Now I have to do a pit stop that I wasn't expecting to do. But this is racing, right? I'm probably gonna lose the top 10. As long as I don't crash hard, I don't know if that is gonna be a repair. I don't want to use 5,000 credits. Holy hell, pardon my French. And this one is gonna be tricky. Slow down. Better go very slowly than spin and all that. I'm gonna use my hand. Here comes the third. Radiator, I need to... I'm gonna fix everything. Body and etc. I'm surprised the freight didn't pass me yet. A lot of people have been having troubles. I did have spins, but not really troubles. I hope it wasn't less than there is left edge. Almost the 7th. Let's see if I can keep the... I can keep the top 10. I mean, 7th to 8th is 1 point in the championship, so it's not much. It's not going very fast. To have 4 wheels. If I stop on the road, you can change the tire, but actually it takes very long. More or less the same time that changing all 4 here at the pits. It is a long lap. Yeah. So I don't know if it was better to just change the one, but okay, change and fix everything. Oh. I can have another drink. So I fixed the radiator too. And I'm gonna go push with the fuel mixture. I'm 9th now, look at that. I have 1 lap with the guys behind. Come on! Change the bloody tires. I want a top 10. If possible. Come on. What a pity. It was very good pitting before and all that. It was going so well. Maybe I could have kept the 7th. Here, 2 cars coming on the banking. I have to let them pass for sure. Come on. 12th and 4th. Okay, good. I didn't lose any more positions. Still 9th. The brakes, there's no way to fix it. So it is what it is. If I had a Bugatti, changing the tires, my brakes would reset. Sorry. We all crashed. I think it was less than 50. Please don't. Don't charge me 5,000. Shit, I couldn't do anything. These cars, really, the brakes, you brake. You see, I'm braking now and it's just... Laps and I have fuel for 10, so I'm just gonna leave it at push. By the way, they are new. I don't think I'm gonna catch anybody unless they have some issue. I don't think can happen. You can see how the brakes are as well. Doesn't break anything. Who's that? Oh, it's a Bugatti T39. Whoa! Daniel just went. He's spinning behind me. Probably has no brakes as well. With Lily there, I should have, wait for the next straight. I would have passed her easy there, but I wanted to pass before the turn, and I ran out of room to brake. Battling personal best is pushing away from me now. Maybe like here. Someone has happens. I can't even talk, I'm so tired. Come on! We're almost done. Look at the tire temps. 117. Laps for the leaders. Incredible that I made it at some point. At one point I was fifth. Maybe I should have kept going instead of quitting. Oh no, you never know. Really. Oh, I need to brake. thermal brakes. Have to start braking and brake hard from very far away. Let's see for this. Okay. Is making his fastest laps. He's 11th. Only fighting for position. There's Haley. Really? Slow down. Brakes are getting worse and worse. Just a few more laps. brake a little earlier than before. Don't hit that. Hopefully, everything that they touch and all that, including the car that I hit, was less than 50 kilometers per hour, and I don't have any repairs so far. Only 12 minutes. I won those 20,000 finishing prize. It will be very cool. Oh, I'm in 8th. Again, a position somehow. Break. No brakes. So on my braking points, I need to start braking way earlier, way earlier. Korkiakowski, he was ahead of me, I think. He retired or disconnected for some reason. Best lap. I'm catching him. I'm braking earlier. So I really remember. Now I think the brakes are wearing out for everybody. He's catching us all in underparts. Catching up anybody is 1 point more than whatever I get now, so it's not that important. The important is to get the 20,000, so I'm able to buy a nice car for Indianapolis, because Indianapolis you can either buy one of the two cars that are specifically for Indianapolis, the Studebaker and Miller, something Miller, and that, or you can modify. Well, I have the America, I could modify the America. Minimum you have to spend 20,000 because you need to change the specs of the car. to be compatible with in the regulation. So you could, so for example, this car, the Delage new cost, the cost was 65,000. Even though mine the value is much lower because you lose 10% every race and every year that goes by. Both it stacks up. It's around 18% or something like that per year if you race it every year. But to change this is in the rules since the beginning of the competition. You have to spend 50% of the cost. So if it's 65, no, I don't know if it would be the value it is now. Let's say 65,000. So 32,500. I will have to pay that to modify this Delage to race at the moment. And for 40,000, you have a million. Whatever million. So I want to buy one of those. The Miller is 40,000, the Studebaker is 60,000. So I would like to buy one of those, but I want to test them first, of course. But in any case, I want to sell this car after the race. Really, please, let's go this shoes now. Shit. I was doing my same braking point as always, and I forgot that I have no brakes. I almost did the same thing one lap later. That's what the humans do, right? Always step on the same stone. She can get the finishing price because she has like 4,000 credits left. Let's break a wheel here too. Avoiding the crashes. We're almost done, 4 minutes. I'm gonna do one more lap. Break. Oh my goodness. I have no brakes. Says I'm in 8th. About the people, so I was 9th. I really need to use the bathroom. Now it says P8. Right? I would be very, very happy if I managed to finish P8. Let's go. One more lap, I think, because this maybe 2 at the most. Delage engine. New engine. If you made it and watched all the way to here, thank you so much. Hearing me complain about everything. In reality, I have so much fun. This is awesome. And if you like racing, you see, I'm racing with people. If you do it with joystick, doesn't matter. As long as you are not a kamikaze, and take care of, crashing against everybody and all that. Anybody can race here. Doesn't matter what system you use, what you have wheel or keyboard or joystick. Anybody joystick? Anyway, if you like this, check the video description. I will leave the link. And pop in the Discord and have a look. If you like it, you can test all the cars actually when the servers are up for the testing. When Indianapolis is there, you could test all the cars for Indianapolis. Join us. Today we have 21 riders. But we always have more than 20. Like I haven't seen any race with less than 20 people, which is very cool. Less than 1 minute. Wait. I almost hit that. I'm pretty sure that if I touch it, I break the radiator, the brakes, the tire, and enough. You have to be so careful with all those things. Half a minute. Let's start braking here because I always have the issue. Let's sit down earlier. Nice and easy. How many times did I spin in this corner? At least 3. 2 or 3 I think. Maybe it's on the final lap, so I have to do one more. This alright. Wait. Don't go too fast. Wait. Don't spin. Thank you. Alright. I'm in the same lap of 2 guys up here. I have 1 lap after the player, so I'm good for 8th. Here I had a big scare in the window. That's it down gears. We have no brakes. this should be our last lap. This is our last lap, and I think I'm good for 8th position. 8th. Come on. Which I'm very happy. Daniel is connected down, so he doesn't have to do another lap. Yes. He's probably very angry. There are a lot of troubles. We saw him with all the tires broken at some point. Before of the is where we broke the car. But overall, I mean, a lot of spins, but pretty clean race on our side, I think. We hit that car by doing a hole, and we just hope that it wasn't over 50 kilometers per hour, so we don't need to pay the repairs. I think we have any other crash over 50. It will be only that one that could take 5,000 from the prize money. So we can get the 20,000. And this 8th lap, this is 12th now because some people are already in the pits, already finished the race. Bloody heck, well that was less than 50 for sure. Come on. That would be something to crash on the last lap. And be enough. My hand is so stiff. With no man here next to me. Everybody will finish the video. Oh, it says that San Darwin passing French in the last laps. Am I the last one? To pass across the line? Maybe I am. Brakes right now. I don't want to do anything. Oh, I normally finish third. I just crossed the line. One of the championship leaders, or the leader, I think he's the leader actually, I don't remember, but he's in the top 3. Tortilla disconnected. Oh, Darwin just crossed the line now. There is the winner of this, the Tonnen. I'm coming very hot. Managing the engine, I need to slow down. Holy hell, I have no brakes. All my fridges. My goodness, this is the longest lap of my life. Taking forever. P8. You have finished 3 laps behind in P8. And I'm gonna do a look at the at the oval. Eighth position. Full beans. We have a broadcast. You see the CBR broadcast that just disconnected. That was there's an official broadcast, and have someone. I will leave a link in the video as well. Let's do some donuts here. There we are. Go to pits. So, who won? Markus Peltonen with a Bugatti T51/1. He did 33 laps. Yeah, that's what I was thinking at the beginning, that we would do like 34 or so. My idea was to change tires on lap 17 or something like that. So yeah, more or less as well. Yeah, the fog slowed us a lot. It was very, very tough. I'm exhausted right now. My hand is broken, but I'm so happy to finish. Hopefully, no repair cost. We'll see at the end. Well, at the end when the organizer checks it. And we have Anssi Hietainen with the same Bugatti second. Eetu Nurmi with the same car in third. Kari Wotila fourth, the same one. So 5 cars. Kaisi Saibersten in fifth. And then we have Than Darling with a Bugatti, another all Bugattis, T39A. Ken Lefrech in 8th with a T39A. And I'm the first Delage, actually. The first Delage in 8th. Alex Henry that raced with a Sunbeam. And then we have Daniel with another Delage in 10th. He had a lot of troubles. Two laps behind me. Oh, holy cow. Alex Henry 1 lap. Then Renaud Ledoux with a Talbot 700 in 11th. Eric Hallin, another Talbot in 12th. Paul von Rosen with the Mercedes SSKL in 13th. Lily with the Amilcar finished in 14th. Very good. 26 laps. Hayley Smith with the Bentley. The Bentley 26 laps as well in 15. She must have had a lot of troubles. Well, and then these guys, I think they didn't. I think they crashed. Korkiakowski with a Bugatti 26 laps. Yeah, Vesa Tolonen 20 laps in the Bugatti T54. And then we have a lot of Delage. Dick Rosette 19 laps. Esa Mikola 18 laps with the Delage as well. Moises Pereira 13 laps. All these guys with the Delage. Thomas Cusella only 9 laps with the Alfa Romeo P2. He has very little funds now left. He has to be careful. And Teofil Wormiski, he didn't race. He was here, but he didn't race. 0 laps. He wasn't there. So 21 races, and we finished in 8th. I'm very happy. If you made it to the end, you deserve a medal. Thank you very much for watching. Check the links in the video description if you like this, you want to join us or want to just jump in, have a look on that. There's an official magazine. You can see the race reports and the link also to the official broadcast. And yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please take care, be safe, and I hope to see you soon with the next one. Bye bye for now.